I'm going to add in what's called our objective function. That's going to be the new piece here. That function basically says, hey, within your shaded region, what point gives you a maximum value and what point gives you a minimum value when you plug it into the objective function. Okay, so everyone knows we shaded and we put a big S, right? Remember that? I don't want a big S anymore. I want the points of the shape that you would put the S. So here we go. What I did first for you guys was I did my own shading. Hey, I did my own shading, and this is where it was. And it made this 5-sided figure. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the points off this 5-sided figure, plug in the X and Y value into the objective function, and at the end, we're going to have 5 values. And you're going to tell me what's the max and what's the minimum and maximum from there. All right? So I did the shading. If there would be my big S right there, right? If I had to. You don't have to put it there, though, but that's where it would be. So now I want to take the points off it now. The points. So give me 1 point off this shaded region here that's on one of the vertices. 1 point off it. 1. Okay, we can start 8 and 6. So here we go. 8, 6. I take that point. I plug 8 in for X, 6 in for Y, and you let me know what your Z value is now. 3 times 8 plus 2 times 6. And you let me know what that Z value is. 24 plus 12. Z is going to be equal to 36 here. And I just want you guys to find the numbers. That's it. On Wednesday, this will be like $36. Okay, so just find the values today. All right, 8, 6. What else you got for me? What other one can you pluck off? 3. We got a bunch more. 5, 12. Let's plug it in. So take 5, 12. Plug 5 in for X, 12 in for Y. And see what value for Z we get there. So 3 times 5 plus 2 times 12. Everyone getting 39 out. All right, looks like there's 3 more points that make up the shaded region. Go ahead, plug them in, and I'll ask you what you got for them. So now you guys are on the remaining 3 points here. Go ahead, plug in your 3 points. All right, ready? 3, 2. When you guys plugged in 3, 2, what was your Z value? 5? What was my Z value when I plugged in 3, 2? 13. Good work. 7, 4. Z value for 7, 4. 8? 29 looks good to me. And how about 4, 10? When you plugged in 4 and 10, you got a Z value of 1? 32 looks good. All right, and it's asking here, what's the maximum value of this objective function? So we all look through each choice. And you guys find the max would be 39, right? Max value right here, 39. And it also says, what is the minimum value? We look through, looks like 13 gives us the minimum. All right, all good? So now the only thing I'm going to add on top of this now, you guys are coming up with this shaded region now. All right, just like we've done the last couple days before quiz 2. All right, so you guys have to come up with this shaded region. Before we do, I can't stress this enough. You got to use straight edges. Why? I am never going to know that point's 512 without using a straight edge. All right, use the straight edges to draw in your lines. All right, let's do it. So we see our objective function. That's to plug in. That's not to graph. We don't graph that. Now we have our inequalities that we're going to refer to as our constraints. That's what we are bound to, is those 4 inequalities. So part A, graph the system of inequalities. Whoa, whoa. I'm going to ask you to do something for me first. This is not a word problem. So I don't know if it's going to be my traditional 4 quadrants, or hey, it could just be quadrant 1. All right. I don't want you guys to do the traditional 4 if all the graphs are going to be in quadrant 1. So what I'm going to ask you to do ahead of time is the dirty work. Find the intercepts first. If all your intercepts are positive, I'm only going to need quadrant 1. If I have a negative intercept, then I'm going to have to do the traditional 4. So do the dirty work first here. Let's find the intercepts. The first 2 with x is 0, y is 0. That's just going to be your horizontal, and that's the y and the x-axis, right? When it's 0, that's the x and the y-axis, so nothing I need to do there. All right, let's find the intercepts for these 2, though. Go ahead. There's nothing I need to hold your hand about. We've done this the last couple days. Everyone getting positive ones? All right, so I don't need 4 quadrants. I'm going to have this tiny, tiny graph up in quadrant 1. Let's blow it up a little bit. I'm only sticking to quad 1, so here you go. That's just all I need. This is the graph I need. Let's do the first one, x greater than or equal to 0. If x is by itself, what type of line is it? X is by itself, it's vertical going through 0. That's just that line right there. That's it. It's the y-axis. And if you're going to shade anything greater than, you're going to shade this whole thing. So let's hold off. All right, I don't need you to shade the whole thing, right? We're trying to leave as much white space as we can. Y greater than 0. That's a horizontal line. That's just that right there. Going through 0. That's it. It's just the x-axis. And again, if you guys ended up shading, this whole thing would be shaded. So let's go to the diagonal lines now. Ready? 0, 8, and 4, 0. Go ahead, plot them both. 8 on the y, 4 on the x. Horizontal, and honestly, I think from here on out, horizontals. I meant solid. I think from here on out, there'll be solid lines. I don't think I'm tricking anybody anymore. They're going to be solid lines. Come on. And then test 0, 0. Should I be shading above or below this line? 0, 0. Does it work? Yeah. So I should be shading where? Above or below? Below. Great work. Great work. So shade below. So I know my solution is going to be somewhere there. And then now we have to graph the other diagonal line. So 4 on the y, 6 on the x. Use a darn straight edge. I need to know where these bad boys intersect. And how about 0, 0? Would it work on this one? Yep, above or below. Okay, do you now? I don't want a big S. I'm not impressed by that anymore. I want you to find the figure, the shape that consists of the shaded regions. Can you find the shape? So here's my shaded region right there, right? Can you guys see that four-sided shape? And get the vertices off of it. That's why I asked for a straight edge. Identify where this shape is and get the vertices that make up the four sides. So here it is. I'll outline it with my highlighter. So can you get those 4 points off for me? I got 1 point here, 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 and here. Can you get those 4 points off now? Because those are the ones I'm going to plug in for the objective, the z. All right, here's part B. Find the value for z. All right, give me 1 point that you found. 1 point that's there. 10, 1 point that's there.
3, 2.
3, 2 is good for me. And hey, that's the toughest point. I always think that's the toughest point. That's where the two lines intersect. And that's why you need a straight edge. All right, you might get 3, 3, 4, 2. Use a straight edge. All right, I got 3, 2. What else do I have here? 6.
4, 0.
4, 0 works for me. Third point. You guys are doing a nice job. 9. Thank you. Let me go here now to 3. Dylan got another point. 0. Yeah, I like it. Why not? Somebody had to say it, right? And then the final point. 13.
0, 4.
0, 4. Great job. You got all of them. Now I take all 4, just like we did in the first problem, plug it into the objective function now. And then we'll do part C together. Okay, 3, 2. What do you have? What's my value for 3, 2? 4? 12. Good work. How about 4, 0? Gives me 12 again. Or we have it. We don't. No 12. 14. We're on fire today. 1. 8. Thank you. 0, 0. 3.
I'm sorry. 1, 0, 0, 0.
Yep, that was a good one there. 0, 4. Finish this bad boy off. 7. 12. 14. On fire. 5.
Which one?
Yeah, good question. 0, 4.
12.
12. All good? All right, part C. Read part C now. Determine the maximum value and then the values of x and y that make the max occur. So first thing, what is the max? Take a look up here. Max is equal to, what's my max? 6. 12. When, give me an x and y pair where 12 occurs. The max of 12 occurs when 12 again, 12, these damn numbers. 2, when x equals 3, y equals 2, and whoa, I'm not going to finish it though, because isn't there another spot, another xy pair, right? And give me the other pair that gives me a max of 12. 3, Dylan, what's the other pair? I got 3 and 2, and also,
0.
yep, when x equals 0, y equals 4. So that's what we're going to end up doing. And again, these the 12, the 3, and the 2, they'll have something attached to it. Money, hours worked. Whew. All good? One more here. One more, and we'll call it a day. Oh, before we draw our axes, let's figure out if 4 quadrants are needed or not. What's this going to be? 1x5. Yep, but what type of lines? Vertical lines, right? Shaded in between. X by itself is vertical. Y by itself, that's going to be horizontal. So right now I don't need 4 quadrants, but we still got to check the intercepts for this one. X minus y equals -3 there. Let's check the intercepts. And then we'll talk about what the graph should look like. So plug in your 0 for x and y separately. All right, so I get 0, 3 for one intercept. And then the other one, what are we getting there, huh? Ooh, negative. Okay, so I can't just do a first quadrant one. But also, hey, also, do I really need your line right down the middle here? I just need something so you can graph -3 on the x. It doesn't have to look like this. What are you going to tell me?
Wouldn't the x be -3?
It is. What did I say?
It's, no, because 0, 3 is.
Yeah, the x is -3. The x coordinate is -3, right? I plug in 0 for y. That erases, and I get x equals -3.
Ah.
You done trying to correct me? Get your game up, Jake. And then you come a little stronger next time, please. Something that might challenge me. But anyway, I need -3 on the x. So hey, I can do this. Not that color, though. Relax. That's fine. Because so look, can I still graph -3 on the x? Yeah. I just like to blow it up as much as possible. I feel when I do just 4 regular quadrants, it's a tiny, tiny graph, and I have no idea where my points are. All right, what do you say? Let's do the 2 vertical lines first at 1 and 5. 2 vertical lines. Yep, good. I like those straight edges clanging here. Two, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're shaded in between. And in this class anyway, we shade smarter, not harder. There should be no reason there's any shading outside those lines. When we graph the next 2 and you decide where to shade, don't even bother putting it outside the vertical line, because I know my solution's got to be in between. All right, so let's go to that horizontal line going through 2. Ooh, above or below this one? Does 0 work?
No, it goes
Doesn't,
above.
right? It doesn't work. 0 is not greater than 2, so I do not want to shade towards 0, 0. I want to shade away, which is above. And remember, when we say above, I'm only shaded above and in between my two vertical lines. There's no reason to shade anywhere else. Solution's not going to be there. And here's where you need that darn straight edge when you do your diagonal line now. So -3 on the X, +3 on the Y. Nice solid line with a straight edge because you've got to know where these points intersect each other. That's going to make your shape. All right, let's figure out. Plug in 0, 0. You end up with 0 greater than or equal to -3. True.
Not true.
0 greater than -3.
Greater. It's
Yes?
true.
So shade above or below. Here's 0, 0. Shade above or below. It worked.
Below.
Below, correct. And everyone see the four-sided figure we'll end up with? Right here. There it is. I'll just, might as well just highlight it in. I wonder if I can do that. It's been a while. Where's the paint can? There it is. Can I do this? Nope, guess not. It does it for that. No.
Hey.
Here it is right here. Can you guys get the points off there now?
Wrong.
There it is. Should be 4 points you get off of that for. Hey, and also a common mistake, very common mistake, and it's not, I understand why. Make sure you know where, when you tell me what the point is and you're counting over on the X and up on the Y, make sure you go from 0, 0 and you remember where that is. Some kids might go from this first vertical line and be off one. All right, make sure you go count from 0, 0. I know that sounds elementary schoolish, but with all these vertical and horizontal lines, and it's easy to forget where you start. All right, part B. Rifle off a point for me. 4, give me a point.
1, 2.
What do you have?
1, 2.
1. Sorry, I gotta get the other page. 1, 2 works. Yeah, 1, 2's on there. How about another point? 7. What's another point that makes up the shaded region?
5-2.
5, 2 works. Tim, good. 5, 2 works. So hey, here's what we got. We got 1, 2, and we got 5, 2, right? 1, 2, this one right here. So we got those 2 points already, everybody. 1, 2, and 5, 2. How about the other 2 up here? And this is where you got to have a darn good straight edge. And be neat. 12, got any idea? Nope, that's not even an option today. 5?
5, 8.
I like it. 5, 8. Now, hey, everybody stop, because I want to show you a little trick right now. 5, 8 is correct. Now, I know some of you won't admit it, but some of you, if I called it, you might have said 5, 7 instead, because your straight edge kind of went towards the 7 instead of the 8. Now, how do I know which one's correct? Here's how you can check. These, hey, take a look. These points are on the diagonal line, right? On the diagonal line, which was this one. So watch. 5 minus 8 equals -3, or 5 minus 7 gives you -3. 5 and 8. That's how I know it's 5 and 8 versus 5 and 7. All right, it should fit into that diagonal line. Everyone see that? Okay, so 5, 8 works. And then how about the final point? 2?
1, 3.
Okay, ready? Let's go back. 1, 3. 1 minus 3 gives me negative. Everyone see that? How you can check yourself real quick that that's not going to be the correct point. Because if I go 1 minus 3, that gives me -2. It should be 1 and 1 and 4. Everyone see 1 minus 4 will do it. So make sure it fits into the diagonal line. The horizontal and vertical ones are easy where they intersect. It's where they intersect the diagonal one. So use that as a trick. 1 and 4. Relax. And then let me know what you get for Z's. Great job today. Ten. What'd you get for 1, 2?
-4.
-1. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. Good. How about 5, 2? 13, 5, 2?
I didn't get 5 2.
All right, go ahead. What do you mean you didn't get 5, 2?
I got 5. I don't know what I did.
That should have been a point on your. You got a 4-sided shape, correct? Okay. One of the points on that 4-sided shape is 5. Take a look. 5, 2, right here.
I didn't get that.
Mine's on 5 3.
Oh, it can't be on. Here's how I know it can't be on 5, 3. What was the equation of this horizontal line?
Greater than or equal to
No.
Wait, no. Greater than or equal to
2, not 3, right? So see, everyone see how I have, like, it's not, I'm not guessing either. This one was 5, this vertical line was 5, this horizontal line was 2, so it had to be 5, 2. You good, Nick?
It'd be 11.
Jared? It'd be 11, yes, but you okay on why it's 5, 2?
Yeah.
How about 5, 8? 9, 5, 8? No 9. 10. 5, 8?
5 8.
Just as I don't have 4. Plug in 5 and 8 into the
still
Z.
Trying to do that.
Good. You got your Z function, 5 and 8.
1 or -1.
-1, good. And then how about 1, 4, everybody? 1, 4. 15?
-5.
-5. Yep. And then part C, answer the question for me. The max of this objective function is what? What's the max value? 7?
11.
11. When? Give me the XY pair here. 3. Dylan, finish this off strong. All right. So that's what we're doing here the rest of the week. What's your deal here? Hold on. What's your deal over here, Nick?